Subscribe GA. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drew is arrested, and Cameron is leaving General Hospital. Stay put. On General Hospital, it appears that the SEC crisis is finally coming to an end. But at the expense of Drew's health. Yes, Cameron Matheson hinted to the fact that Drew would be going to jail. Viewers worry if Matheson is abandoning the daytime, as it is announced that Drew would be sent to jail. Do you believe Drew's perspective will evolve? Will Matheson be released from prison after being put there? For more information on what Matheson has to say about it, keep reading TV season and spoilers. The General Hospital. It's absurd. Cameron Matheson affirms. Although Carly and Drew are both involved in SEC infractions, viewers understood that Carly wouldn't be sent in jail on some level. Drew explained to Carly that because she is the soul of her family, she must avoid being caught up in SEC chaos. He added that he would shoulder the responsibility and leave Scout in Sam and Dante's care as his potential stepfather. Drew wanted to be blamed because he felt good about the plea agreement he made with Zeke, which called for him to spend just 6 months at the Pleasant local jail, Spring Ridge. He can therefore emerge shortly, but fate has other ideas. To his surprise, Drew is now being transported to Pentonville, where he would spend 2 years rather than the expected 6 months. Cameron Matheson recently discussed his thoughts on Drew's verdict in an interview with Soap Opera Digest. Even though Drew was a former Navy SEAL, he thought it was absurd that the judge still viewed him as a live lethal weapon. Matheson added that Drew is being placed with former cult members and covert serial killers, and that there is no tolerance towards him. When Carly appears in court, her partner in white-collar crime makes sure she isn't charged with contempt. According to Cameron, it would be counterproductive for him to assume sole responsibility. But it is already too late. Cameron Matheson. Will he resign? Drew will be dispatched to Pentonville, but it is still unknown if he will return. If he stays, there may be opportunities for him to make an appearance in a few moments as a flashback. Cameron Matheson, who plays Drew, has not yet indicated whether he will remain or go. Currently, Matheson is working on a number of things, including the 8th Hannah Swenson mystery film. He had announced on Instagram that he was pleased to be back on set working for that movie. As a result, Matheson might take a little sabbatical from General Hospital. Changes, uncertainty, and conviction. Changes, bewilderment, and conviction are hinted at in General Hospital, and the updates for Monday, June 19. Ned Quartermain is perplexed. Austin Gatlin Holt believes a change is necessary, and Nana Reeves is adamant. Changes in General Hospitals. Dr. Austin Gatlin Holt suggests getting a new nanny to Ava Jerome, Mora West. A new nanny for Avery Jerome Corinthos, whom he is meant to be working with to gather inside information on Sonny Corinthos' business, might be the solution. There is, of course, the issue of Avery and Donna Corinthos frequently receiving treatment at Carly Spencer's, Laura Wright, residence. Austin and Ava might recommend that Ava watch the girls more frequently or, failing that you employ a person to serve as both a babysitter and a spy. It's an intriguing option at the very least. Portia Robinson of GH has some questions. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, who is at the Metro Court Pool, challenges her brother Zeke Robinson about Curtis Ashford's, Donald Turner, actions. After discussing Spencer Cassadine and his actions, the two of them started talking about Portia and Curtis. Zeke had almost revealed a secret when he made a comment about not appreciating Curtis' actions ever since he and Portia got married. Will he reveal that Curtis and Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, had a passionate encounter that almost progressed further? Hospital in general connected are Trina Robinson and Curtis Ashford. Trina Robinson and Curtis connect while conversing and enjoying summer refreshments by the pool. They continue to communicate because Curtis affirms that even dull progress is progress. The photo frame she handed him, which she had evidently constructed as a child, moved Curtis. The recently announced father and daughter will stay in touch and continue to get to know one another. They are slowly but surely from G.H. Brooklyn Quartermain. The Quartermains were in shock when Ned woke up in the ICU of General Hospital and could only identify himself as Eddie Main. When Brooke Lynn tells someone to take charge of ELQ, possibly her grandma Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, she is firm. It's clear that Ned only remembers himself as his rock and roll alter ego, Eddie Main, and not as Ned. Eddie Main won't be able to lead ELQ, especially not in 2023. Confusion in General Hospitals. Ned expresses his continued perplexity by telling someone in the voice of Eddie Main that he has no idea what the heck they are talking about. It's possible that Brooke Lynn tried to correct him about who he actually is, but the fact that he doesn't seem to know either of them is much more concerning. He ignores Brooke Lynn and Tracy, who are also present, along with Olivia Quartermain. Furthermore, he doesn't seem to be equating them with events in the past, and he makes no indication that Brooke Lynn is her mother or anything of the sort. He simply doesn't appear to be familiar with any of them or his identity. G.H. Dr. Austin Gatlin Holt receives a message from Laura Collins. Austin, Jenny Francis, speaks with Laura Collins, who receives a warning from him. She inquires about his medical advice while expressing her distaste. Austin didn't think Ava needed to worry about Laura traveling to Chechnya to search for Nicholas Cassadine, Adam Huss, despite Ava's concerns. Maybe Austin is giving Laura a physical before the trip and has discovered a medical reason why she shouldn't go. It is clear that she is not at all pleased with his suggestion. Conviction in a hospital generally, Nina talks to Sonny Corinthos about her convictions as they are by the vending machines at GH. She claims that once you know, there is no turning back. Is she confessing that she left her engagement ring in his penthouse? The only way Nina could keep Sonny was to tell him the truth, that she had reported Carly and Drew Kane for insider trading. And that was what Ava had advised her to do. Will Nina, however, back down and bring up another subject? What will she say to him in response to the missing ring? Laura's head turns towards Ava's direction after hearing Austin's warning. What is Laura missing that Ava does? As Austin Gatlin Holt, Roger Howarth, unexpectedly warns Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, about her imminent trip to Russia, General Hospital proclaims that viewers will be fascinated. Laura wonders why Austin feels obligated to express his misgivings despite their limited connection. Laura might divert her attention that way when she learns more about his bond with Ava Jerome, Maura West, wondering if Ava is keeping something about Nicholas Cassadine to herself that she hasn't yet shared. Laura is determined to find Nicholas and has her vacation itinerary planned with Kevin Collins, Valentin Cassadine, and them. She might change her direction as a result of Austin's intervention, which makes her wonder what he might know that she doesn't. Hospital in general. The manipulative duo of Ava Jerome and Austin Gatlin Holt is rather formidable. There may be more to Austin's warning than first appears, Laura realizes as she considers the causes of Austin's concerns. The potential to control the situation and get Ava out from under it may have been seen by Austin since he believes he is more composed and cool than she is. But Austin might have unintentionally stumbled over his words. Laura is not a fool, and she is not about to be used by a doctor who believes he is more knowledgeable about her family situation than she is. Laura has heard that Ava and Austin have been spotted cooing together, and it makes sense that Ava would want a male companion after her divorce. Laura thought it was none of her concern, but Austin might make her reconsider as she starts to wonder if Austin is attempting to stop her from going on this trip, because that's what Ava wants and, if so, why? GH stands for Austin Gatlin Holt might not be mistaken. Austin may be attempting to manipulate Laura's emotions by raising doubts about the chances of locating Nicholas, or by speculating that Victor Cassadine may have planned the entire trip as a sophisticated ruse. By doing this, the good doctor will sow the seeds of uncertainty in Laura's mind, leading her to doubt the sincerity of her goal. He won't realize it by Laura's behavior, but the mayor won't appreciate his cunning move against him. Having said that, Austin makes a good point. The fact that he might be speaking from a position of bias does not rule out the possibility that Victor concocted this plot to hurt his family after his passing. There is a hidden Nicholas Cassadine. According to rumors, Laura's hunt for her son in Russia would end in failure. Until Nicholas recovered, Mason Gatlin may have kept watch by his bedside. This may have been Victor's sole initiative. Nicholas might be relocating away from Port Charles because he is aware that returning there would put him in danger of arrest. The property in Chechnya, however, is expected to have signs that someone had recently been there, according to rumor on the street, which Laura and her crew will discover. This doesn't sound like it's going to be a simple trip. Instead, it sounds like it might take them through a landmine of perilous areas in a country that has been devastated by war, while they search for a man that Ava thinks she killed. Will Ava fall for his tricks if Austin lays it on thick? Ava Jerome and Austin Gatlin Holt have been caught in a web of peril and deceit, General Hospital has revealed. But may their relationship grow into something more. Austin is in a difficult situation since getting Ava to comply is a difficult task. Ava hasn't been convinced by Austin's concern that Mason Gatlin's boss could lead them both to ruin, and she's not going to be unless Austin's view begins to have more weight. He seemed to understand that seducing Ava is the best method to do it. She has a great sense of who to choose. A General Hospital relationship is upcoming. General Hospital reveals spoilers. It was somewhat reminiscent of watching a preschooler ask a classmate whether she liked him too. Austin may have been coy enough to hold back and brace himself when he revealed to Ava his developing affections for her. Ava remained silent, but it was obvious that she found Austin's show of interest in her amusing. Even though they are clearly attracted to one another, their possible relationship won't last if they are both preoccupied with worry over Mason's repeated threats to reveal them. G&H note the bond between Ava Jerome and Sonny Corinthos is not strong. As Mason and Austin both suggest that she focus on Sonny Corinthos and learn more about his most recent agreement with the Pikeman Group, Ava feels that she is simply not being heard. What particular aspect of this do they not comprehend? Other than the fact that Sonny engages in criminal activity like the rest of the world, Ava is unaware of them. He would be quite wary if she approached him and began questioning him about the government defense contractor he is employed with. In addition to being private, asking him about his business would be utterly out of character for both of them, and Ava has never questioned him about it before. Unfortunately for her, it appears that neither Mason nor Austin are sensible individuals who are willing to accept the truth. Hospital and General Austin Gatlin Holt, does he lie? While Austin and Ava's possible romance is enticing, viewers are left wondering if there is more to Austin's connection than what is first apparent. According to some viewers, Austin might have been involved in the plan from the beginning, utilizing his friendship with Ava to win her trust while secretly working for Mason or his boss lady. Could Austin's motives be much darker than they seem? For Carly, Drew deprives Scout of her father. Drew has only been acting stupidly and out of character since the show decided he needed to be partnered with Carly, as General Hospital has just revealed. Hospital in general, Drew Kane isn't really that smart. Although Carly Spencer had been forewarned by Drew Kane not to purchase Aurora stock the previous year, she disregarded his advice, lost everything, and even engaged in insider trading. Carly is to blame for this. But Drew doesn't care because he has fallen in love with the lady who turned him down years ago, when he discovered he wasn't Jason Morgan. He doesn't want Carly to go to jail since Donna would then have to be raised by big bad Nina Reeves, but Scout would get to keep Dante Falconeri. Therefore, it's okay if he just abandons his daughter. He has Zeke Robinson negotiate a deal with the SEC on his behalf, while he bears the consequences of Carly's actions. Unfortunately, the judge rejects the agreement and decides to sentence Drew harshly according to her own standards. Drew Kane from GH lands in Pentonville, when the judge concludes that Drew cannot be trusted with 6 months in Spring Ridge after considering parts of his past. In contrast to serial killers Ryan Chamberlain and Heather Weber, Allie Mills, Drew finds it hard to believe. No, because of a terrible stock sale, he must spend 2 years in Pentonville among experienced criminals. Without a doubt, Zeke makes a poor attorney. Drew is obviously sad, but Carly is also devastated and enraged, and she expresses her emotions in front of the judge. Will Diane Miller be able to silence Carly before she is arrested as well? How does Nana Reeves feel about this? While Carly and Drew did commit a crime, everyone else is painting Nana as the bad guy, giving Nana an easy target for Carly's fury. This is never a good thing since all it will do is inspire Nina to make yet another rash mistake. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.